Good afternoon, marshmallows. Too true. It has been some time. Haven't seen each other in like, what, a week and a half-ish? Something like that? We've been working hard. But I have gained my streaming space back. So, we're back. We're ready to progress in Darkwood. I don't think we have much left. I found out, though, that when we went back towards the village before, we actually can get into the village. We just didn't find the entrance. So, now we get to go find the entrance, because we need to go there. Hi, Dino Flame! Darkwood is a super fun game. We are having a great time, despite our struggles, because we play with controller. You don't want me to play with keyboard. It's bad. It's really bad. You really don't want me to play with keyboard. So, we're playing with controller, and we can't aim. Aiming with controller is horrible. I don't recommend it if you're good with keyboard. Anyway, let's get in. Let's start searching. I've been refamiliarizing myself with the controls again like I normally do. Oh, wait, hold on. I forgot to switch this. I got this. Wait. That should be right. Let me make sure. There. Alright. I forgot. We've been playing a lot of Genshin, so, I had the wrong overlay up, but that's fine. Alright. Let me get the game open. On my screen. I know, you can all already see it. You can see I was doing a double check of my inventory. I'm gonna see if I can sell this key that we don't need. Nope, I can't. Alright, where can I put you? There we go. So now that's not taking up space. Our generator is ready for when we come back. We do have a partially used tank of fuel. I'm gonna use that to finish off our logs in here. I was thinking about that while I was getting the timer ready, but then I had to struggle with Chrome because I was trying to look up the key to see if we needed to keep it. I confirmed that we do not need to keep it, so that is one less thing taking up space in our inventory now. Nope. There we go. Look at that. Our inventory is becoming so reasonable. Isn't it nice? We grabbed the boards, didn't we? We did grab them. No, we didn't. I promise I'm good at this game. Kind of. Maybe. Sometimes. A little bit. Okay, we gotta find our way into the village. That's not how I map. There we go. Don't mind me. Just using my Genshin Impact controls in Darkwood. So we're gonna find the way in this time. This time for sure. How do I attack? This is my attack button. Alright. Always make sure we know how to attack before we head out. We could have been exploring the swamp this whole time. With nice rubber boots. So that we're not losing a chunk of our HP every time we go out. But, you know. We didn't find the way into the village, so we did things the hard way. Noises? Oh, hello. I didn't see you there. Is there another one? Did you spawn another demon? Oof. We're gonna have a fun time. We were this close. We were this close to the entrance and we didn't find it. I can't investigate it? Can't check out the destroyed shrine? Guess not. Ooh, crows. Something must have scared them off from the huge tree crown towering over the village. Neat. I see a backpack. Don't need it. I'll take those. Maps. Location found holes. Yeah, because we already found all the other ones, I guess. We could have had that shortcut too. Yep. Could have had that. Oh well. Alright. That's a well. We really shouldn't be going through the water if we can avoid it. Rope. Pretty sure we don't need rope. I hear the vines. Oh, they're over there. Okay. No, we shouldn't close that. We might need to run. Oh, this is the way. Okay, so we're back to an area we're familiar with. Making our laps, finding the things. Making our way downtown, something, something. Not that way. Okay, through the window. I'll take that. That might be useful. Noises. Well, they're gonna come to get us eventually. I hear you, water monster. Swamper. Oh, let's just get rid of that. Nope, never mind. Okay. We're fine. Let's get rid of that before we get poisoned. I hear you. I don't know where you are, but I hear you. The word thieves has been scratched out on the floor. Excellent. Alright then. This seems like the wrong way. Oh, we are gonna have a bad time. Alright, let's go. I hear you. I'll take it. I know you're out there. I hear you splishing and splashing. Where are you? You know what? Ah. We have nails but no planks. We don't need more of those. We have 5. Destroyed painting. Ooh. Interesting. Who are you? Who are you? I'll take your fish. Who are you, friend? What's this? I can remove the blockade? Sure. Open the metal door. Yeah, let's leave that closed for now. Wait. Bloody hell. You're alive. The old man extends his hand, blindly trying to reach me. I sure am maybe alive. You're not from around here, eh? You cannot be, huh? Well, no. All them lads are dead. It's only me. Me and... He finally finds my arm and grabs it. For a moment, he clutches my hand in silence. Then I hear him mumbling under his breath. I don't have anything, mate. Only this. This chair, bloody hell. His gaze stops somewhere under the leaky barn ceiling. What? The old man suddenly jumps up. What are you saying? I didn't say anything! I feel his long fingernails digging into my hand. That hurts, friend. Ain't no fucking tree, that. It looks like a tree, but those faces, I know 'em. Every single one of 'em. So close, and so fake. They're not real. They're not. From time to time, I thank God I went blind. I don't have to look at them. The old man lets go of my hand to lean against the broken back of the chair. He sighs with relief. It disgusts me. It fucking disgusts me, this buggery. This fucking scum. All the time I have to listen to its pathetic blabber, complaining all the time, as if I were supposed to believe it's human. That it's Mizaka. Yeah, right. He suddenly reaches toward me with both hands, almost falling out from the chair. He grabs onto my sleeve. I feel all his weight on me. You are heavy, friend. You, lad. You've got your hands and legs, strong arms. I beg you, get rid of that filth from my village. I can't bear another day of that abomination wailing and sobbing. I want to die in peace, fucking hell. I want to die in peace. I can understand that. Listen to me. I thought about it for a long time. I've had a lot of time to think, for fuck's sake. His eyes widen. His pupils are milky white. I can feel him climbing my coat. Oh, jeez. You need to find the basement. Josek's basement. I remember it. It's right next to the tree. The tree is too large, so if you can't reach it from the top, you've got to try from the bottom. Find the basement. And there, surely, you'll find the tree's roots. The bloody thing must have roots. That's where they are. Destroy them. Pull them, drag them, twist the fuck out of them. You'll find a way, eh? I know you will. The old man slides down my coat, straight into his destroyed wheelchair. For a moment, he searches for his stone, which he uses to prop himself up against the muddy floor of the barn. Thank you, thank you. His stone? Oh, I see. In his right hand there. I have a photo of a road. The old man grabs the photograph, feels it, then takes out a small glass object from his pocket and puts it to his eye. The road. The road home. What a load of bollocks. The road to madness is what it is. Oof. What ending we going for? We'll call it the true ending, since we have some people in chat who haven't played this game before, or seen it, and know nothing about it. So we don't want to spoil it for them by calling it what it really is. So we'll just call it the true ending. We're getting the best ending. Years ago, when my eyes were good, people used to pass through here. They would leave their huts and go there, where that damned tree grows. They would often leave at night, so that no one could see them. They went into the deep, dark woods and never came back. Some of them would say they're going home, but most of them were silent. I don't know. The land has changed. The trees have cut us off from the rest of the world. But home for me has always been here. Then that monstrous, moaning abomination grew out of the ground. It blocked the passage, and that's that. No one has managed to pass through since then. Maybe people found some other place? Maybe they died at the swamps just like us. Oh, he's got more. If you come across some wheels, 2 little wheels so that I could fix me chair, maybe you would benefit from it as well. I don't think we've found any wheels. Sorry, friend. No one lives around here anymore. Everyone is dead. Only sometimes, the man lowers his voice, sometimes I hear footsteps. They wake me up at night. The sound of bare feet against the floor, and bells, sort of. They come out of nowhere. They move towards the trees, then come back. They pass me and fall silent. They're like a nightmare, a bloody nightmare. You sure have a lot to say, friend. What are you going on about again? Says the... Anyway, the old man leans toward me, scowling. The wheelchair? The war took me legs. Then those wankers burned my house and me pigs. But it was years after the war. They said it was to fight the disease. So they said. And Maizoka, the disease took her away from me. All I have is this wheelchair and this land. It used to be different here. First, the woods changed. The trees started sprouting up everywhere. We were cut off. Then the water flooded our fields. People went crazy out of hunger. They fought over food. I thought I'm supposed to give him the supply pack. the fish that I just grabbed? What? What are you saying there? Nothing apparently. Alright then, friend. Normally he would tell us to go and find, the elephants up here, and he might, I don't remember if he talks about the radio tower or not, but he tells us about the elephants, and we're supposed to go find them and the mushroom granny. But we didn't find the village first. Because we're bad at finding the village entrance, so we skipped a lot of dialogue. Maybe that's why he didn't ask for, his stuff. Noises. End the tree? Oh, he's talking again. You're going the opposite way. Am I? But what if there's wheels? You said you needed wheels. Okay, I'm going. Get these out of the way. We're already fully leveled up, so we don't actually need these. But, we get them out of the way so that we don't actually so we don't accidentally run into them, because we're good at that. We're real good at accidentally running into things. This seems ominous. Found a door. Got a shovel blade. Basement hatch. Okay, that might be what we're looking for. Oh, we have too much stuff. Let's pick up food inventory. -6 potato. Jazik is dead. We're down to 26. 5 potatoes plus 1 dog. Oh no. Well, alright, let's load off some things we don't need. This. Oh, wait, actually, we have. That's right. All these mushrooms that we don't need. Grab that. There we go. What's down there, though? Hatch leading to the basement is blocked from the inside. The marks on it suggest someone tried to break it open. Alright. So we can't get in? Looks like no. Alright, well. Look for a way around. We're gonna run into those. And it's gonna be a bad time. Talking tree. Well, found it. There we go. Alright. The tree is gigantic. Its bark stays in constant motion. It swells up and collapses into itself, as if breathing. I see human silhouettes growing out of the tree trunk. They're also moving, as if gesturing in slow motion. Dozens of mouths repeat their lines simultaneously, creating a uniform, noisy murmur. Between the boughs, I catch a man's gaze. It's fixed on me. His body, similarly to the other beings, seems to form an integral part of the tree. His limbs are gnarled, and his face is grotesquely deformed. He's the only one to acknowledge my presence. His hand slowly raises, pointing to something on the horizon, above the roofs of the destroyed village. The man's lips are moving, but the ghastly murmur of the other voices drowns out his words. Kick the tree, hoping that the voices will go silent. Try to climb the tree. Look at the lips of the person talking to me. I don't think we should kick the tree. Even though the figure speaks sluggishly, it is too high for me to read its lips properly. I think one of the words is radio. Okay. I feel like it's a really bad idea to kick the tree. Alright, let's kick the tree. I kick the tree trunk with all my strength, breaking a branch sticking out from between the roots. It hurts. I hear a silent voice coming from beneath my feet. It's a face of a man who has grown into the root. He's completely covered in bark. His lips barely stick above the mud, and his raised arms resemble branches. One of them is broken in the elbow. The stump bleeds a white, gooey substance. Instead of steeping down, it slowly flows upward, forming a new arm. Alright then. Try to look at the lips again? No. Try to climb the tree? The bark is slimy and soft. Its creases move away from my shoes and hands. I feel the arms that protrude from the root tugging at my clothes. I'm not sure if they want to drag me down or pull me closer. I barely break free from their grasp. Climbing up is out of the question. Alright then, so we can do nothing with the tree. Hello, Professor! You drew... We just made it to the tree. We're trying to figure it out. How are you? Hope you're doing good. I notice a little smiling face of a girl gazing at me from behind a cluster of sleeping heads. Oblivious to the chaos around her, she studies me with curiosity. Just next to her, a massive man calmly hums some melody. The lullaby drowns in the overwhelming noise surrounding the tree. Oh, I'm glad you're good, Professor. Barely able to make out any conversations, and squabbles from the horrible noise of the tree boughs. You took everything from us. The shouts come from an old man. Only the tip of his head and one of his arms stick out from between the tightly crowded bodies. You stole it, thieves. May the dogs piss on your faces. Oh, jeez. Right next to him, a woman's head wobbling from side to side repeats, "We were hungry. We were hungry." Another figure, hiding its face under an enormous root, lets out a chilling shriek. Quiet! Fucking quiet! Leave us in peace. Shut up! He's interrupted by a man next to him, his intestines hanging out from his stomach. It was our common good. It was meant for all of us. You stole it. High above, at the top of the crown, two silhouettes hanging side by side from their hands and legs grown into the trunk are trying to bite each other's faces off. Oof. Right then, so... the tree. So we got to the tree, we talked to the dude. I suppose now we need to go down the holes with our oxygen tank. But I'm not sure how to do that. Let's look around a bit. A sickle. Interesting. Oh, here's another one. There we go. We got it. We found the way down. Alright. Oh, whoops. That was did not intend to go back up the stairs. There we go. Alright. Just wanted to look over here. Hole in the wall of the basement. It must have been made by the growing roots. Can I go in there? No, I can't go in there. Who's there? I'm here! Who are you? What do you want? I want to burn down your tree. What do you want? Leave. No, I don't want to. Make me. Don't make me. Please, don't make me. I was bluffing. I'll take those. Might be useful, probably not, but you know. Maybe, if we get desperate enough. Hi, Def! Too true. Oh, we can't go that way. We gotta go back this way. Alright. How are you, Def? I hope you're doing good. Alright, down the hole we go. My feet are slowly sinking in the soft, quaggy floor. I can barely move, as if someone was holding me by the ankles. Maybe somebody is. I'm glad you're doing great, Def. We're having fun. We found the way into the village. You know, that we didn't find the first time. Oh, this is gonna be a dream sequence, isn't it? I am also doing good. Are we about to dream sequence? Oh, we're dream sequencing. We're gonna have a bad time. Oh boy. Alright. Can I open any of these? Get something to defend myself? All these boxes, and we can't open a single one. Giant barrel. A huge rusty barrel. Judging by the smell, it still contains a lot of good gasoline inside. Alright. Nothing in here. Through the door we go. But I wanted that open. Alright, well... I thought dreams couldn't hurt you. Tell Darkwood that. Tell Darkwood that. Alright. We're looping. We're gonna leave. Nope, not gonna leave my door alone this time. Oh, that doesn't look very good. Oh, jeez. Can I have a weapon? Can I weapon, please? Open? I think I don't want to. Weapon? Anything. Please. Oh, jeez. Alright. Okay. Oh, this seems bad. Can I have something, since you're all opening now? Maybe? Maybe we should be running. Nothing? Alright, I'm just gonna go. Maybe leave that closed this time. That's a cow? Was that always a cow? Did it just look like a person? I just couldn't tell because it had a thing over it? Blanket? Axe! Quickly! Get that on my bar before something attacks me. What's this? I'll take that. Makeshift barricade blocking the entrance to the basement. Someone or something is trying to break through from the other side. I don't know if I should try to break that. Oh, hello. That's moving. Oh no. No, 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 no. Oh, we're not gonna be able to avoid the other ones, are we? Oh, jeez. Oh, this is bad. Please. I'm walking. I'm being so quiet. Oh, no, 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 no. It's fine. It'll be fine. Everything's fine. The Daijo fine. It's okay. We just have to be quiet. This is going to end horribly. I'm not using the torch. I refuse. They think they can make me run by making this tunnel really long, but they're wrong. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. No, I'm not. No, I won't use the torch. You can't make me. Oh no. It's getting dark. Okay, let's use the torch. Fine, you win. I'm using the torch. I can't see anything. Alright then. Well, we probably should have used the axe to try and break the barricade, I guess. This is not the same place we entered. Hello? Nothing. Alright. Oh, good. A glare. It's fine. Alright. So we can't get over there. Oh good, another torch. Can I combine these together? No. Didn't think so. Worth trying. Wait, hold on, we can, let's get a fish. We're missing some HP, we can use a fish. Pile of empty, rotten wooden crates overgrown with small roots. Same thing? Same thing. Valve? The barrel's valve is rusty, but it seems to be working. Judging by the smell, there's gasoline inside. We're gonna open that. Not yet. Not yet. I want to explore. This tunnel looks different. It was carved out by people, sloppily and hastily. It's a miracle it still hasn't collapsed yet. Oh, shovel? There's the barricade. Dead end carved out by the roots. Further part of the tunnel is blocked by rubble. Looking through a crack, I can see giant pulsating roots. Maybe I can find a way to destroy them. Alright, valve it is. Grab the valve and try to turn it with all my strength. It suddenly breaks. Oh boy. Gasoline starts to leak out of the barrel. It slowly flows down the tunnel. Burn them all. Okay, but it seems like a real bad idea to light that on fire while I'm still down here. They definitely want me to. They gave me a torch. This seems like a bad idea. Alright. Let's, try not to die. Run. Oh, jeez. Oh, run! Run! Where's my lantern? Run! 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 Quick! Hi, Teal! Hi, Keijo! We had a nightmare sequence with a bunch of dead bodies in a tunnel. And we met a dude that has no legs, and he asked us to burn the tree. And we talked to the tree which we're burning right now, and it's made of horrible, horrible things. The huge tree will not yield to the flames so easily. It tries to smother the fire with its roots. It should all be over tomorrow. This is the tree. I wonder if I can examine it. Nope. Oh, jeez. I think the fire started spreading to us. That might have been a bad idea. Oh, no. It's spreading. Okay, we gotta go. We gotta go. Yes, Keijo is VIP. Of course Keijo is VIP. Why wouldn't Keijo be VIP? Come here now. Come. Okay. All right. The cripple's blind eyes stare hypnotized at the huge flame consuming the tree. This is the guy, by the way. It's as if the old man could see everything clearly now. The orange fire illuminates his pale, motionless face. I'm sorry I didn't find you any wheels, friend. Well, I guess he doesn't have anything to talk to us about anymore. You are welcome, Keijo. We love you here. Oh no. No. Please. I don't have the stamina to go. No. Oh my god. Not right now, explodey fungus man. I don't know where I'm going because we didn't come through this way before. Ow! That's not my weapon. Flares, I'll take it. No. Where's my other fish? I'll take that. How did I get out? We're gonna burn with the tree. Oh, look, a generator. That's neat. Maybe we should light it. Might be useful. Knife. Don't need it. I mean, they did give us some gasoline. Maybe we'd be able to see better. It might be a good idea. Let's do it. It's fine. There's only a fire quickly, you know, advancing towards us. We'll be fine. Noises. Alright, Keijo. You have a good lurk. Ow! I'm trying to fill... Why do you have to be so rude? I'm trying to fill the gasoline. Oh my god, gonna die. Please. No, don't you dare. Okay. It's fine. Everything's fine. There. Gonna be okay. Oh no. Okay. Well. No? Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna turn into a thing. I guess not. I've heard him. You've heard who? I'll take that wire. Could open it with a lockpick. Use lockpick. Every day I can hear him more clearly. Who are you talking about? You don't believe me? I mean... I probably do. I would like those rags. What can I put away? We have so many torches. Here, just take a torch. Actually, you know what? I don't need this shovel blade. Give me back the torch. Hello? Oh, no. I'm not crazy. You're crazy. Looks like I'm hearing things too. Yeah, maybe. Okay, we're back at the front. I remember the backpack. We know where we are. Maybe. Kind of. Somewhat. It's fine. Oh my god. Yeah, we sure did kill a human spider on our way through here. I'm glad I repaired my axe before we went back out. Well, that was fun. Alright. Put some things away. Okay, we're making another lockpick. Make lockpick. There we go. There we go. Alright, we have so many torches. So many. I guess we can keep that on us since it's an extra. Put that away. We have 2 pistols now. 2 pistols that we don't use because we are bad at aiming. Alright, so we're not bringing these with us. Grab the flares. Get some bear traps. Dual wield them? I wish. That would be pretty cool. A trap for bears and other things. I still love that description. Alright. We have so many torches. Let's put one here. And another one here. Okay. Keeping that with us. Flare is for fighting things. Bring some boards. We don't usually use them, but we can bring them. We have our flares. Make another lantern. Noises. Organizing. Because this is how we keep our sanity. There we go. Alright. Alright. Think we're good. Think we're ready to go get ourselves safe for the night. It's a little early. But we can turn on the generator and get in here. We'll set up our bear traps. There we go. Our traps for bears and other things. No, that's too close. I changed my mind. I want more space. Alright. Another trap ready when we need it. Oops. That is further up than I wanted that. Flares in case we need them. Oh my gosh. My controls are being very uncooperative today. In fact, I'm gonna put the flare where the torch is. Because we might need to throw down a flare. There we go. Okay. We are nicely organized now. Good. Get our safety lamp. Lamp. Alright. We're safe. We're ready. Lamp supremacy. Favorite part of the game was always the night for building. I do like the night. I definitely like... Oh no. I definitely like surviving the night better in the swamp than anywhere else. The radio's talking to me. EFWRA. I would like my lights back, please. Why? Because it's dark. And why did you do it? Okay, bye. Oh no. Oh no. No, 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 no. Nope. No. No. No, that's bad. Oh no. Oh, lamp supremacy. Please. Oh, it's bad. It's bad. It's real bad. I can't even get into my inventory. Oh no. Oh, I don't know if we were supposed to do something about that. Well, just, there goes my bear traps. Free scrap metal. Anyway. This is carefully not run into our trap. I was gonna try to heal through it, but, I couldn't get my inventory to open. So... maybe we aren't meant to survive it. I don't know. Oh my gosh, my inventory is such a mess now. There. I think we're good. I think it's fine. We're fine. Switch these. I want you to switch places with the other lantern. Please. Thank you. Because I'm putting this flare away. So I don't want it up in my spots where I'm not putting things away. Alright. Anyway. Oh. Well. I guess we don't get to sell things. I don't think the 3 like us anymore. That's fine. It's fine. They're just left with all of our money. All of our reputation. They hate us now. Alright. I think it's time to bring all of the things. I think it's time. We don't need this many torches. With the flashlight and the batteries. And we can turn these regular bandages we have into bandages with alcohol. Because why would we have normal bandages when we could have super bandages? Ah, we never did get the tape to make another axe. Oh well. Let's think. We can make more bandages. Might as well. Bottle. Put that in here. I don't think we'll be back, but how many lockpicks can I hold? 5? We can make one more. Yeah, there we go. We got 2 lanterns, 2 torches, lots of bandages, lots of healing items, flashlight, shotgun. Yeah, I think we're ready. Alright. Well, hold on. I'm gonna be right back. Do a quick bathroom break. So, if you need to do break things, now is a good time. Be right back. Alright. We're back. This time. Elden Ring is so fun. I'm so jealous that you all get to play. Want to play. It's a cool game. Thank you. I hope everyone else got whatever they needed. Snacks, water, breaks. It might be time to check the journal. We'll get up there first. We'll get up there first, and then we'll check out the journal. We'll have a comfy journal reading. Because, is that a glare now? No. Maybe? It doesn't hurt. Can't examine it. Anyway. Back to the tree. Well, time shouldn't pass in the village either. Well, let's check it out here. We'll do it very quick. We'll skim our journal. Oh, we gotta check on our friend. Friend? Ow. Friend, I can't reach you. The door is in the way. There we go. Was worried you wouldn't come back. I always come back, friend. I always come back. He's alright. Close the door. There's part of your answer, Dynamo Flame. We saved the musician. That was our entire mission this whole game. We saved the musician. We have brought bread with us everywhere this entire time. I don't remember how to open the journal. How do I journal? No. Oh, I've never opened up the menu that way before. What does this do? Neat. Well, I wish I would have found that earlier. That's useful. Anyway, journal. Alright. So how do I turn pages? Oh. Okay, got it. Alright. Into these damned savages, everything should go smoothly, so we're missing everything before that. Don't remember anything since the attack on our camp. Somehow, I'm wearing a coat, so I must have changed my clothes on my way here. I don't recognize myself anymore. I can barely hold this pencil. Has my body changed? I no longer feel hunger or thirst. What has happened to me? Key to the underground number 21. I remember his face, the face of the man who saved me, then held me captive. I don't know how I managed to escape his hut and end up here. What I do know is that the insane fucker took my key, my only chance to get out of the woods. He also tore out all the pages from my journal. Well, that's what happened to the first part of our journal. I doubt that he was able to learn the location of the underground passage, though I should check if the door is still locked just to be sure. I must find him. That's the doctor. I don't think he still lives in the same place where he held me. Makes no difference, as I have no idea how to get back to that vile place. So, memories back to when we first started and the doctor kidnapped us and beat us up. Need to get back to my hideout before nightfall. Wandering here at night is too risky. Let's see. Only the protective gas in my hideout can provide me with relative safety. The wolf. Our handsome friend! Remember, handsome friend? My mind must be going if I'm not delusional. The man who I met had the head of a wolf. He told me he will help me get the key back. I just need to get through to the other side of the forest. Let's see. So we helped the wolf. We took the wolf's path. Wolf's hideout is in the dry meadow. The shadows. It was a rotten, strange night. Shadowy silhouettes emerged from the corners of my hideout. I thought my eyes were playing tricks on me in the dark, but I'm certain I've seen something. If they come back, I should keep close to the light. Piotrek! Piotrek. We helped Piotrek fulfill his dreams, and his space shuttle burned and crashed, and he's dead inside it in the dump. We found him. Now I've heard everything. I've met a boy named Piotrek. He told me he's building a rocket, but he's missing some parts. From what I've understood, he's constructing a rocket from parts of a broken tractor. It's absurd, but I think I may help him. And we did. The wolf's offer. The wolf has asked me to bring him the key to the locked room in the house of the hag that reeks of chickens, which we did. In exchange for this favor, he will help me retrieve my key. A key for a key. Seems quite fair. Chicken Lady's brother, the old lady who lives with chickens, told me the plastic chick belongs to her brother who went missing a few days ago. She gave me a photo of the person she saw him last with. It's the local doctor. I recognize the fucker. Strange boy. Is that the... Yes, that is our friend. That's our friend. That's the musician. We took the musician's path. You forgot how whack the plot is in this game? Yep. That's why we're reading the journal before the end. This is our review of our journey. I met a boy in the village. He told me that the chicken lady keeps the pretty lady locked in her house. The boy really wants to see her, but the old woman won't allow it. He asked me to find the key to her room. He will wait for me in his hideout in a grain silo in the northeastern part of the Silent Woods. We gave the key to the wolf. We saved the musician. Key to the chicken lady's locked room. Boy revealed that we'll find the spare key in the chicken lady's house inside the village well. Sounds absurd, but it's the only lead I have. Local doctor's photo. The boy with the violin recognized the local doctor on the photo given to me by the chicken lady. He claims he's a good man. He was supposedly helping the villagers. He helped me too, and then he snatched my fucking key. Key for the wolf. I decided to give the key to the chicken lady's room to the wolf, and in this way we saved the musician from a gruesome death. As agreed, he told me that I will find the doctor in the northeastern part of the old woods, which we did. Unfortunately, the doctor doesn't let anyone in. I will need to find a way to make an appointment. The chicken head. The wolf gave me a dismembered chicken head. He told me to give it to the chicken lady as a thank you for the wonderful sister. I don't know what he means by that, but it can't be good. Oh, our handsome friend. The wolf's disappearance. The wolf didn't want to talk to me anymore. He grunted that he had something urgent to take care of and rushed off. If this wolf brain thinks that he will get rid of me so easily, then he's mistaken. He mentioned he'll be staying in the western part of the old woods. This is where I will find my companion. Chicken Lady's despair. The chicken lady is desperate. Her sister is missing. She pleaded me to help her. Maybe I'll manage to find a lead. Nope. Nope. The wolf ate her. Return to the doctor's house. The wolf told me he could take me to the doctor's house, which seems to be the place where that fucker kept me and stole my key. Supposedly, I'll find a clue there on how to get to his current hideout. Maybe I'll learn what precisely went down that night. To this day, I have no idea how I managed to escape. Doctor's house. I've explored the doctor's house. It's a complete ruin. Now I know that what seemed like nightly terrors is very real. I still don't know how I escaped this place. I suspect someone must have carried me out. That's our friend, who is dead. Note with a code. I've found some code in the doctor's house. I don't know what it's for, but I hope it opens the door to his current hideout. Found the doctor! I found the doctor. I've agreed to help him escape the woods. We are to meet by the door inside the underground passage. I hope I won't regret it. We helped him escape so that he would help us escape. Through the underground tunnel. I've managed to walk a few good kilometers through the underground tunnels. That was fun. But further passage is blocked by growing roots. Despite this, I feel that I'm closer to my destination. Way home. While in the underground passage, I met a peculiar man. He acted strangely, blabbered about a talking tree, which emerged on a path to some house in the village. I need to investigate it. And now we have. Doctor has fled. The doctor has escaped, so be it. He would only be a hindrance anyway. The swamp. I finally got out of the tunnels. Oh, jeez. We had no idea. The hatch sealed itself shut behind me. I am now at the swamp in an abandoned hideout. That's quite a face. Old journal. I found an abandoned journal in the swamp hideout. I've managed to mark the village with the tree on the map thanks to it. Spare parts for the compressor, which we found. Old journal also included information about a cottage located near the junkyard. According to the notes, I will be able to find some spare compressor parts there. They might come in handy. Found a broken compressor used to fill up oxygen tanks. Mushroom Granny met an old lady in a cottage overgrown with bizarre mushrooms. In fact, she was no less strange than her house. No less strange than anything here. Junkyard. Found a junkyard. Maybe I can find something of value here. That is where we found Piotrek, dead inside his rocket. We destroyed the junkyard. Did we explore the underground areas yet? I think we're about to. With the oxygen tank? Yeah, that's what we did when we got into a fever dream with a tunnel full of dead bodies. It was a good time. I found a cottage crushed by an enormous snail. It turned out that it can speak. It begged me to cut it loose, and didn't realize that it was a snail. Request to fix the generator. Stumbled upon a cottage inside the swamp. The elephants! It's firmly barricaded from all sides. A woman who lives there told me that she'll let me in if I fix her generator. A family in oxygen masks. I met a family living inside the barricaded cottage in the swamp. A woman and 2 kids. Their faces are hidden behind gas masks. The woman claims the air inside the woods is poisoned. They rely on the oxygen tank for breathing. Lost son. The woman in the gas mask, probably the mother, has asked me to find her son. He went to see the granny about the mushrooms. The woman has given me the key to her son's room. Perhaps I'll be able to find something that will help me locate the kid. Nope, just horrible drawings. Explosion? Something happened in the local junkyard in the northeastern part of the swamp. Yep, that was Piotrek crashing into it. Boy lives with the mushroom granny. The old lady told me that a child visited her a couple of days ago and that it's still here. She's allowed me to take the boy back to his mother, provided that he agrees to go with me, which he didn't, and we had to take him anyway. Weird rhyme. The boy kept reciting this rhyme. 1 little bear ate a bowl of soup, then another bear came and there were 2. 4 little bears made a sudden pow. Along came the 5th and took a little bow. I know what that's for now. That's actually the code to the door that's locked up by the elephant's house. And inside of that locked room is where the other child is dead inside that room. And they're using the air from his body, essentially, to quote-unquote fill the oxygen tanks. And that's what they're breathing. The boy returns to the family. I took the boy back to his family. Oxygen tank. I received an oxygen tank from the masked woman. Unfortunately, it's empty. I may be able to fill it using the compressor. I freed the snail. The snail was paralyzed by some live tissue, sort of an umbilical cord attached to the nearby tree. I managed to destroy it. It should be able to leave in peace now. Crawl away, or something. Only 1 shot. I've found a floodgate in the tunnel. I'm afraid I will only have 1 shot of getting further down the passage. I feel it will lead me to the night place. Or right place? Holes. I've found a map with the word holes on it. It may be worth checking out. Cripple. I met a crippled old man in the flooded village. He's the last living inhabitant there. He begged me to destroy the talking tree, which we did. Destroying the talking tree. He claims I first need to get to the cellar located near the tree. That's how I will find its roots, which I need to burn. According to him, it's the only way to get rid of this abomination. And advice from a blind, deaf old man with no legs is the only lead I have so far. It's not much, but I've grown accustomed to it. So many days, yet we spend more real-life days than this on the game. Yup. Talking tree. I encountered a talking tree. Its monstrous roots block my way back. I saw human figures, grown into its bark and branches. One of them tried to tell me something, but the words drowned in the other voices. Cellar under the tree. I found the cellar under the tree. Unfortunately, it's completely flooded. I won't be able to progress any further, and it looks like the flooded corridor is the only way out. The tree burns. I set the roots in the cellar on fire. The fire consumed the talking tree in its entirety. Even now, I can still hear it screaming. Seems like the cripple was right. The tree is enormous, and it will probably continue burning throughout the night. I will return here tomorrow. And we are caught up. We have all these keys. And for so long, I didn't know how to use the keys. Who knows how many things we missed. But yeah, there's a shed that we have the code for that we can go to at the elephants, and we don't know where these holes go because we didn't check them out. But I think they're just a shortcut. I'm pretty sure this is actually a shortcut that leads back to this hideout, which would have been useful when we went to the radio tower the first time, but we didn't go to the village first. So we made our life real hard. It's alright. We had a good time. Get our lantern. Oh, what? Switch thing? There you go. This way, I think. Oh, I guess we could dig this now. Maybe it'll give us a shortcut. Where's our friend? I'm not sure. Kind of wanted to talk to him. Can't go through there. Oh, jeez. No. Jump, 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 jump. Oh my god. Go away. Stupid mushrooms. No. Go away. I want to find the dude so we can talk to him again, but I don't remember where he is out here. Maybe we shouldn't have opened up that shortcut. Kind of seems like it didn't help much. New journal entry, ashes. There we go. It worked. Only ashes remain of the tree. I feel I'm approaching the end of my journey. Is it possible? Maybe. Possibly. Is this where he was? Yeah, this is where he was. Oh, he's not here anymore. Well, guess we're not going to talk to him. And go through there. There we go. It's time. Time's not passing. Excellent. It's a lot of footprints. Achievement unlocked. Only ashes remain. Don't need a rope. Alright, before we go too much further, let me make sure. I specifically kept something open so that we could make sure that we do the things we need to do. Alright. Alright, here we go. Got my steps open. Colorless goo sips from the cracks in the asphalt. It's the road. We found it. Some torches. Sign. Crossed outside reads Darkwood. So happy to not see Evil Forest. Oh. Hey friend! There he is! It's the crippled old man from the village. You go, friend. You go. You can make it. We made sure you could. The road home. I wish I had been able to find him a couple of wheels. All the people who didn't make it. Are you ready? Are you ready, marshmallows? It's almost time. Soon you'll know what I know. We've been lured to a bad spot. There are a lot of them. All of them trying to go that way. Didn't make it. Another one over here. 25 kilometers to the nearest town. This music, though. Here we go. Yup. We are heading to the end. I told you, it was probably gonna be the last stream today. Cause we did the swamp in the wrong order. We were supposed to go to the village first. So we skipped a whole bunch of dialogue and stuff. Here we are. And they're gone. Who's going to eat the bread now? Anything else, friend? Alright. Swing set. A little town. Neighbor. My first floor neighbor. Good day. Good day to you. A hopscotch drawing. Hopscotch. I never understood it. We escaped. He floor bad. You see that floor bad, Marshmallows? Sure doesn't look any better here. Sure doesn't. Has no stamina bar, still affected by stamina. Not sure escape is the word. Sometimes it's not about the destination, but the evil trees you burned along the way. Yeah. How many screens did we go through? I wanted to go back to where our neighbor was. Alright, I don't think it's gonna let us go back to our neighbor. In we go. Mailbox. A mailbox. Mine is located opposite the basement stairs. Right. Let's see. Locked. 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 Oh. Alright. Canned jars. Jar of jam. Right. SL. Sleep. Back we go. Can't go this way. Noises. Alright. Let's see. I'm following a guide to make sure that we get a certain ending, because we're not playing this again. So we need to go north and look for a homeless man. Open the metal door in front of him. Okay, this is the important part. This is my staircase. Boss. Got any spare change? I do not. Did you see that? That was a fetus on the ground. Was a kitten? Sure. Hello there. Pleased to see you, mister. Haven't seen you in a while. They're still green, even though I've never seen anyone tending to them. Maybe they feed on the discarded cigarette butts? Folk here are friendly, at least. I mean, they're a lot friendlier than the other people that we've met. Apparently someone was too lazy to bring it down the stairs and throw it in the trash. Okay. Scribbles. It's probably the work of the kids from the neighboring apartment block. I saw you there. I have a key to the door. Bike. The neighbor's bike. He could do something with it. It's been lying in the middle of the corridor ever since he broke the kickstand. hallway sure is getting overgrown. Just keeps getting more and more. Right. That might be it for the hallway. Home sweet home. Right. It's my wardrobe. Take off your coat. Doggo! Hi, Shirzek. Pet the doggo. Good boy. I do still look human. These roots are growing out from under the floor panels. That's normal, nothing to see here. Roots are growing out from under the floor panels. Excuse me, friendo. Excuse me. Hi, Sam. Toot-roo. I'm not trying to trap you, dog friend. Let me examine the roots. Let me. There we go. Okay. Excuse me, lamp. I know I can select this. Thank you. Hope you're doing good, Sam. Oh, we're about to trap ourselves, aren't we? Oops. It's fine. We'll go around. Alright. Is there any more? Oh, there's another here. Let me just move the door. Work's going alright? Good. You hang out with your family yesterday? Nice! I'm glad. Alright, did we get all of the roots? I think we got all of them. Alright. Yeah, nothing behind the door. Alright. We need to find the kitchen. Kitchen's down here, I think. No, that's the bathroom. Note. Some note is lying on the table. I'll take that. I've made you some soup. Heat it up. We're getting to it. We're getting to it. We will fold the rug and remove the flooring. The old rusty or trusty gas stove. There's still some soup in the pot. The dog can make soup. It's a very skilled dog. Alright. Where is it? There we go. Got it. Excuse me. Got it. Okay. Making sure. There we go. Out of my way, furniture. I have to dig up the floor. All of it. All of it must go. Excuse me, lamp. You're in my way. Have a good day at work, Sam. Can't move this. Can't move this. Thanks for the head pats. Appreciate you. Kiss, kiss. Any more? Can I move the bathtub? No. Alright. Let's see. Need a key. None of my keys fit. Was there somewhere I was supposed to pick up a key from? No. Maybe I should turn the stove on? Running a washing machine, spent 2 days in the queue to get it. It's the sink. I need a key. Very tired, I'd prefer to lie down in a regular bed. Black and white Reuben, real luxury. Unfortunately, it's broken. Fabric. There we go. Found the key. There we go. Alright. Key obtained. Remove floor. continue our mission. The floor must go. I can't get this floor. I won't fit. I need to remove the whole flooring around the hole. I'm trying to. Can I move the bed? I would like to remove the flooring, but I'm not seeing any way. It's my bed. The white crumple sheet looks as if I've just woken up. At last. No. I feel my sore legs buckling underneath me, my body becoming heavy and overwhelmingly lethargic. It was a grueling journey. 66 days of human torment. Look closer. Leave. With my last strength, I stop myself from falling asleep. Something forces me to move away from the bed. Did I forget to do something? Yes, I want to remove the floor. Why can't I remove the floor? Fighting off sleepiness with difficulty, I lean over the bed. The springs creak noisily under the weight of my hand. As I cast my glance on the light brown construction from plywood, I notice familiar features. They are elongated and arched. I can still smell the fresh sheets and the pleasant warmth of the quilt. Look under the bed. I feel a gentle draft coming from the dark gap between the bed and the floor. Reach under the bed. My fingertips brush a thin layer of dust. Coldness. Moisture. I'm touching something rough, but my arm is too short to catch it. I think I need to move the bed. Move the bed. Can I remove the floor now? Get out of my way, bed. Let me remove the floor. Thank you. Alright. We got it. Evil tree under the bed, the classic. And now we're actually awake. My hat. Can I have it? No, I can't have my hat. Sleeping man. Man is fast asleep. He's smiling. He's hugging his knees with skinny, dirty arms. A swarm of flies is covering a black sore on his back. It was all a dream. It was always a dream. Sleeping woman. Dirty, clumped hair cover the woman's face. She's murmuring in her sleep, clutching a rag doll filled with straw. Now, the moon has faded. Wake up. The night is here. The sleep stole over my doll. So close. Your eyes. A. Woman doesn't react. I'm unable to wake her from her slumber. The man doesn't react. I am unable to wake him from his slumber. My coat. It's torn and covered with dry mud. My trousers. They are completely destroyed. Old weathered clothes. I'm at the bottom of a huge valley. I feel the dry, dusty earth pulsating under my feet. Sleeper. This sleeping man looks like a skeleton coated in skin. He smiles widely. The figure is dead asleep. I'm unable to wake it up. Shiny things. Old weathered clothes. Corpse. Another sleeper. I hear a faint whisper. Stashik, my little Stashik. Sleep, Stashik. Sleep. Figure is dead asleep. I'm unable to wake it up. Another shiny stone. More shiny stones. The figure speaks to someone in its sleep, squeezing an old man's photo in its hand. The figure sleeps on a muddy ground, resting its head on the chest of the skeleton lying next to it. Clutches a muddy brass cross in both hands, repeating some incomprehensible words in its sleep. Figure is talking in its sleep, moving its hand as if caressing someone with affection. The emaciated figure sleeps soundly, embracing the remains of a child. Hums something quietly in its sleep, swaying to the rhythm of a simple melody. They're asleep. They seem happy, even though they're emaciated and dirty. Some of them lie dead. Its face is covered in mud and sticks. It clutches a shiny stone in its hand. Another sleeping figure. Another sleeping figure. So it looks like we're not going to get any descriptions anymore. I go this way. No, not this way. Oh, cross the log, I see it. This way. The earth is covered with thick bundles of dry roots that crack under my feet, and old broken trees. All of the shiny stones. Give me the stone. I want it. Why do you have to be difficult? Fine. We're not getting that one. A pleasant warmth washes over me. Hello. Hi there. Hi. Okay. I'm standing in front of an enormous being. Place hand on the being. I feel an overwhelming, soothing feeling of security and happiness. The vast valley, at the bottom of which I stand, curves upwards, closing over my head. The rust of distant trees, or rustle does it mean? Turns into a single silent murmur. I feel I'm coming home, to my flat, to my room with a window and a bed. Withdraw our hand. I feel a heat emanating from the being. I sense my pulse slowing down, a calmness. I want to rest, come back home, to my bed. I want to lie down, to fall asleep. I don't want to do it. Still, my hand pushes the being away. The warmth that was emanating from it disappears, replaced by piercing coldness. Okay. Southwest we go. Had to remember my directions for a minute. It's time. We are going to do what Maciek couldn't. Man mumbles in his sleep. He's emaciated and dirty, but his face is radiant and calm. He clutches a rusty object covered with old beads. Some weapon. The man is talking in his sleep. These are only snippets of sentences, single words, spoken gently and slowly. It's hard to find any meaning in them. Leave. Without opening his eyes, the man clumsily waves his hand at me, then covers his head with it and freezes. Give me the flamethrower. Leave. The man waves his hand again. This time he grabs my arm. Without opening his eyes, he turns his head towards me. I recognize him. He's one of us. Try to snatch the item from the man's hands. Leave! Can you fucking hear me? I won't let you take her. The man clenches his teeth with the fury of a maniac. Saliva flows from his mouth. It's hurting her. You'll tear her arms out. Hit the man and grab the item. Give me the flamethrower. Don't. Leave her. No. Alright. How do I use it? There we go. No. I will die with you, and I'm okay with that. Oh, we burning. We're burning them all. How much more burning do you need, tree? And that's it. So while we crawl futilely, we were one of the men that came to the forest to try and figure out what the heck was going on. And we got caught in the being's trap and became one of the sleepers. We were a sleeper in that world the entire time. But we did our job. We destroyed the being. Now everyone's free. Who will take care of the doggo? The doggo was just a figment of our imagination the entire time. A great fire consumed the woods for a couple of days, gradually claiming many of its inhabitants. Achievement unlocked, burn them all. The fire consumed the last road leading to the heart of the woods. The doctor, who did not wake up even as the flames came closer. The three outcasts wearing old rags and scrap who, grief-stricken under the enormous, completely burned tree, didn't even attempt to run. The elephant family, who did not leave their house at the swamp even as the flames started consuming it. The boy with the violin, who remained alone in the old hut at the swamp, without a chance of escape. The chicken lady, who set out into the woods in search of her sister and lost the way. And the last living inhabitants of the flooded village, consumed by the flames at the very end of the road leading home. But not everyone perished. Piotrek did not live to see the fire. Before the flames appeared, he rose above the treetops in his rocket made of scrap. As he looked through the small spaceship window, he smiled for the last time. The Milky Way's stars looked so beautiful, even now when moving away at a huge speed. The fate of the man with the wolf's snout remains unknown. And that's it. Took us a very long time because we had very many breaks. But we finally finished Darkwood. And the musician did not turn into a monster. We saved him in the only way we could. That was fun. I do think there are other endings you can get. I'm pretty sure there's something if you, like, never upgrade anything, and things like that, too. But I'm pretty sure we're never gonna get that. So we could have fallen asleep in our bed and just been a dreamer, but we didn't do that. We got this end. We burned them all. We got the true ending. Let's see if we can find out all the different characters. Let's see. We could have left the elephant's child alone. And that would have ended with the child burning anyway, because he would run back into the fire to try and save his family. And then the snail. Let's see. If we... Oh, we're at the end already. I'm used to the credits being longer. And that's it. All done. I want to see if there's any characters that we didn't get covered in the end. Let's see. So, if we had done the bliss ending and fallen asleep, we would have found out what happened to the snail. The inhabitant of the hut at the junkyard went into the woods, following distant whispers. When he was close to his destination, he got stuck between giant tree roots. Soon, hungry birds started to gather over his enormous body. Feeling his impending death, he desperately started trying to free himself from the roots that clutched him. Weakened after a long trip, he failed to fight them off and fell face down into the mud. Moments before death, he saw his reflection in a pool, a huge snail head. He then thought that he's never had such a strange dream, and he wished to wake up. See if there's any others. Oops. There we go. Now it's working properly. Oh, never mind. Now it's not. It is having some problems. There we go. That's better. Okay, so we got the chicken lady, we got the child, we got our friend without the legs, we got the doctor, got the elephants, mushroom granny. Let's see. Expand. So if we had left the child alone, the missing son of the elephants moved into the mushroom-infested hut. The old lady who owned the place finally remembered her previous incarnation when observing the boy playing in the corner of the room. For a short moment, she even felt like a human being when the boy put down his charcoal and paper to sit down on her knees. If she had lived, she was immobilized in her rocking chair and she would have burned when we burned everything down. And that pretty much... Well, we could have left the villagers alive. I think they would have all burned too, though. Let's see. If we had trapped them inside the quarry, they would have burned with the village. If we had trapped them instead of killing them. Yes. Everything was essentially in our heads. It was a dream, but not a dream. I think that's a pretty accurate way to put it. Oh, yeah. Exit. Alright. So that'll be it. Let's head over to the chatting. We can try and find someone to raid real quick. Hello, Sarah. We have gained a Sarah right at the end of stream. Oh, right. We still have the desktop audio on. There we go. That's better. Alright. Thanks for coming, Dynamo. We're gonna get our raid message in here and go raid someone now. Thanks for coming and chilling with us. Catching the end. Burning everything with us. Have good food. There we go. You can grab the raid message, go ahead and copy that. If you have our emote, throw it at the end. And if you don't, then go ahead and throw any other emote you have on the end that's cute. Because I love seeing all of the cute emotes. So, go ahead and throw whatever you have on the end there. And thanks everyone for coming, burning it all with us. Oh, quick, in case you didn't realize it, remember how in his journal he was saying he didn't remember anything? That's the thing he didn't remember. That he was one of the workers in the radio tower. That's what he didn't remember. And he didn't remember because the being caught him. But anyway, that's it. That's all. We're finally done. Thank you for surviving in the Darkwood with me. Even if, in the end, we went down with the tree. It was worth it. And I will see you all possibly Thursday, because we have some more work to do in the bathroom. So it might be a couple days before we stream again, because it's 2 days worth of work. So I'll probably see you Thursday. So you'll have a nice little bit of time to go ahead and process the game. And thanks again for coming. Have a good evening. Get your raid message. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye, everyone. Toot-roo.